This is Ange Nitz coming at you right here, out here on Edmonton Drive, at my boy Albie's place. Here to talk about, the Toronto Blue Jays. The problem with the Toronto Blue Jays, no question about it, is their starting rotation. They need two guys in the offseason. A guy like Zach Greinke, and a guy like, who could they trade for? It depends who's on the market. The other thing is that you look at the Washington Nationals. They went out and traded for Gio Gonzalez. They went out and signed Edwin Jackson, a 1-year, $10 million deal as a leftover. Are you kidding me? The Jays couldn't have signed him for 2 years and $22 million? Look where they are now. Best record in baseball, first place overall in the National League, and winning the National League East to make the playoffs for the first time since they were the Montreal Expos in 1981. That is currently still the longest drought for any team making the playoffs in MLB in all of Major League Baseball. The sad thing is, as a Jays fan, it goes like this. 1981, Montreal Expos Washington Nationals franchise. 1985, the Kansas City Royals. 1992, the Pittsburgh Pirates. 1993, the Toronto Blue Jays. And 1997, the Baltimore Orioles. Every team in Major League Baseball has made the postseason at least once in the last 10 years. 10 to 12 years. Since about 2000 and 2001. Sad part is if the Washington Nationals make it, and they've got the best record in baseball, it is inevitable. If the Pittsburgh Pirates make it, even just for that one-game playoff, and they're in the position right now, and if the Baltimore Orioles get that one-game playoff, and they're in that position right now, we are left with the Kansas City Royals 1985 and the Toronto Blue Jays 1993. Don't we have enough problems with these sort of things in this town, with the Toronto Maple Leafs being the longest playoff drought in all of hockey, and now you've got the Toronto Blue Jays? Hey, no more faulting. I mean, it still is a tough division. It's still a tough division. But you can't fault anybody but themselves for the Toronto Blue Jays. They need to improve their roster. It's there for the taking. It's not New York, Boston, and no chance after that because they're in a tough division. They are basically in a situation where if all they did was win some games and be 10 or 15 games over 500, they'd be in there. Hate to say it, but I just... no, we're not going to say that. No, we're not going there. Whose fault it is. So, what do they need to do? I say position player is nothing. You got Davis in left, Rasmus in center, Bautista in right. You got Laurie at third, Escobar at short, Kelly Johnson, who's an impending free agent, at second base. That is an easy fix. You call up Hideki Hechavarria, the Cuban shortstop that is actually on the team right now. Put him to shortstop, move Escobar to second. Or just put him at second base. Done. Adam Lind at first base, JPR and CB behind the plate. Edwin Encarnacion just re-upped, and he is going to be the designated hitter. The bench is fine with, who is it? Omar Vizquel's retiring. Mike McCoy comes in to be the backup infielder. Moises Sierra has shown to me that he can be a part-time outfielder due to the fact that he's not got a high ceiling. He's not a top prospect. He's just one of those guys. One of those guys, right? And then you've got your backup catcher, Jeff Mathis, just re-upped for 2 years in an option. And Yan Gomes, who can play catcher at first, third, outfield. He's the utility guy. So there you have it. You have all your positions done. They have a good offense. 5th best in Major League Baseball, even with all these guys hurt. Heck, did you see the lineup the other day? It was Edwin Encarnacion and a bunch of guys from AAA and from the bench. It was bad. It was really bad. It's gotten to that point, but that tells the tale of the 2012 Toronto Blue Jays season. Pitching staff, they just need starting pitching. I like what they've done with their bullpen. Get a couple more guys healthy. And they're right there. They're right there. But as you can see, with the Washington Nationals and with the Pittsburgh Pirates trading for A.J. Burnett, who's, what, 13-3 or something like that? He is totally boosted. He's the difference between them being in the postseason and not being in the postseason. So if the Toronto Blue Jays can't identify this need, then I don't know what to say. It's kind of like Brian Burke with the goaltending situation. I don't know what to say, right? You got to be able to identify your needs. But I'm sure that they'll be able to go through the offseason and focus on that one position. Improve it. I say you need at least 2 guys that can get you double digits in wins. Pitch about, 200 innings. And that's about it. And I think this team is on their way. Until next time, we'll see you again. And next.